released. I would have been over this sooner. A little backstory. As far back as the original PlayStation, my top 2 games back in those days were Armored Core and Ace Combat. So this is my first foray into the Ace Combat series that has the multiplayer ability. I've played Ace Combat 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, and now 7. So what my goal is here is to take and show you guys a little bit of some things I had developed through the Ace Combat series to take down aces, and we're going to see how effective that is in multiplayer. So we're going to get this going. We're just going to search for a room this time around. Number of players, stage, rules. For this one, make things a little bit easier. For what I'm trying to do, I'm going to do team deathmatch. I'm going to go ahead and search. Alright, let's see if we can get into this lobby. I've ran into that quite a few times. Let's try this one. So this will be fun having to explain to the chat rooms that I am currently broadcasting. So for those of you in the chat room, just be forewarned, I am broadcasting, trying to help viewers understand combat maneuvers. So such weapons are enabled, so let's make sure my aircraft are set. Alright, yeah, I believe my craft is set, so we'll go to ready. Alright, I guess we'll see how these teams get divvied up. See who's flying what. Good luck to you as well. Good hunting. Screen looks blurry. I don't know what to do about that, Soul Mist. Might be because the screen's a little bit smaller because I have it set up so I can see the chat on the right side. Alright, so we have a Typhoon, a Phantom, a Black Widow, and me at the highest with the XO2. Alright, so I'm probably going to wind up hanging back. And, Alright, so there's another. First things first, if you want to fight in a storm, feel free, but you will have wind shears and wind gusts that will make it hard to control your plane, as well as lightning strikes, and that will seriously hamper your ability to fight. So, you got a missile coming on, just a last minute dodge. You don't have to do anything too fancy to get around those missiles. As you see now, I'm having a little bit of a hard time maneuvering inside this storm. That's because of the winds. My plane is set for max mobility. Alright, so you got your target, you want to get in on him. And find out where he's at first. Now, you gotta use your radar and the arrow at the same time to determine the best course of action. As I am right here on his tail. Oops, took a little bit of a missile damage there. The whole point is, a lot of players get stuck in these endless circles, when really what you need to be doing Like I said, it's hard to maneuver in these storms. So it looks like I'm going to try to draw these guys out of the clouds and above the storm. But anyways, you see a lot of people going in circles. The whole trick to getting those kills, to getting those hits, is first off, you definitely want to be outside of the storm. Secondly, you need to take and start performing half loops. You need to cut their turns in half and try to beat them to the end of their turn.
3 minutes remaining. Railgun fired. Target is in gun range.
Alright, so, you see I'm cutting my turns in half so I can get right up on them. Cutting back is a good one, just like that.
Careful, enemy locked onto you.
Let's see who it is that's going after me. That F-22 probably. Shot without getting a lot. Alright, there's the other XO2. So that XO2 and this F-22 are probably the ones teaming up on me.
Target is in gun range.
There's a good hit.
Missile fired. Bravo 4 locked on. Target hit.
Now the next thing you can do is, if somebody's giving you a hard time, switch off from fighting them. Switch to a different target, unless you're sure you can get them. And this guy's going to try flying through the terrain. Smart, not a half bad idea.
Missile incoming.
Now this guy's probably using his multi-missile against me. Now you see how my speed dropped too low.
Victory's in your grasp.
When that happens, you're going to stall your plane out. That's going to leave you vulnerable. Now there are tactics to where you can stall on purpose.
Target is in
They're very hard to pull off because they require a lot of timing.
enemy locked on.
Now see, I didn't cut into his turn in time, so now he overshot me.
30 seconds remaining.
I'm going to try staying inside of his turn. That's the whole trick, especially with missile combat. You want to stay inside the turn.
15 seconds.
And this is going to be a lot more difficult to do with some aircraft. Like if you're trying to do this in an A-10 Warhog, it's just not going to happen unless you're at low speeds, which is what the Warhog is designed for. It's designed for ground combat,
Congratulations. You
but
guys
it
won.
can be used in dogfights because of its maneuverability at low speeds. Ooh, put a wallop on him. So, like I said, those maneuvers you just saw me doing, those maneuvers are easier with some craft than others. Like with an XO2, if you've got the right parts on it, you have the mobility up, you can pull those maneuvers. If you're using a Phantom or a Warhog, you stand no chance in hell trying to pull those same maneuvers. A Warhog's a different story because it's meant to maneuver at low speeds. So just remember, when it comes to combat maneuvering, as is the case in most matches, most people don't go in with a party. They actually kind of free for all in a TMD. So you don't always have what you're looking for in a team deathmatch, but if you remember what I'm trying to show you guys here, you should be able to survive even if you're in a first tier plane. So right now I'm looking for parts to increase my plane's abilities. What should be this one right here? Alright, so now we'll go back to the plane. Now the part you see me put on there, the ECU software update level 2. What that will do is greatly improve my abilities against stalling. So apparently I have to get rid of a few things. I still have a little bit of open room, so alright. Yeah, I see that. I hope you don't mind that I'm recording to YouTube. I've got some people who are wondering about how to play this game effectively online, so I'm trying to show them what I know. Well, like I said, you probably overheard me talking, but the whole thing is I've noticed a lot of people, they keep doing these endless circles, and the whole trick to getting close for those missile lock kills, because especially in this game everybody can dodge missiles like the pros all day long, the trick is cutting your opponent's turn in half by creating your own half turn that cuts inside their turn. So, you know, if your opponent's turning left, instead of following left, pitch up, invert yourself, and then come left. And what happens is you're not going to overshoot them, and you're coming down on a higher angle of attack that will give you that missile kill. You're welcome. I just got here, so I guess we'll see how the teams get divvied up.
This is
boy.
AWACS Windmaker. All aircraft enemy picked up on radar. Commence attack. Bring the
Alright,
enemy
guys,
down
I'm gonna
together.
climb.
Remember, you're not on your own out there. Your call sign is Alpha 3.
Now the reason I am climbing is to be able to be in a perched position. And I'll be able to use my plane's speed from this altitude for a devastating attack. I just gotta find somebody like this person right here.
Locked on. In gun range.
Might have missed, but they definitely did not know that was coming from that high up. Now I'm gonna switch targets all the time.
Missile evaded. Bandit right behind you. Careful, enemy locked onto you. Missile evaded. Impressive. Missile incoming. Alpha 3 hit. Alpha 3 down.
Another good thing, pay attention to your radar. Now then, if you're in a match and you see Su-57s and F-22s, those are probably going to be one we want to be the guys to take out first, because they do have stealth. So the only way you can get them to come up on your radar is if they are right in front of you. Not only that, but they do have some great special weapons meant for dogfights, and they will tear your team apart if you don't get them to handle.
Target is in gun range. Target hit. Minutes remaining. Missile fired. Enemy locked on. Alpha 3. Back in the lead.
Alright, so what I just did there was 2 half loops. See where he's going. Gotta dodge some missiles. Keep that in mind that you're dodging missiles while you're doing this, so you can still get your shocks. Not guaranteeing that they'll hit. But they'll definitely keep your enemy tied up long enough, and maybe when your teammates will come in and help out a little bit.
Locked on. They've caught up with you.
Which actually, considering that the whole team on the other side, except for the F-14, is
Back in the lead. Careful, enemy locked on.
alright. So now we gotta do a defensive maneuver in here. Just keep doing half turns.
Alpha 3 down.
Now what happened there was I got swarmed with 2 planes there. Alright, so special weapons. If you know how to use them, use them. Now the one I have is more of a sniper rifle.
You need to act quick. Target is in gun range. Alpha 3 down.
Well, apparently I don't have to switch my weapon though. So you see, tactics for it require pretty much a sniping, and that's not necessarily going to always work.
Combat
Because
time's
you have
up.
to line up your
We
shot
lost.
just right,
Don't
otherwise
let
it's
it
not
happen
going to
again.
work. Alright, and that'll be it for this broadcast.